So if you have the crescent moon on your hands, you can be perceived as lucky, but it could be because of your creative thinking ability as well as the ability to think in a more mature way.
Have you ever glanced at your palms and noticed the faint half-moon shapes nestled just beneath your fingernails? You might think little of them, dismissing them as just another ordinary part of your body. But what if I told you that those tiny crescents hold a secret? A secret so profound, so powerful, that only a select few can ever truly grasp its meaning. You may feel a shiver as you read this, because if you're here reading these words, it might just mean you are one of the chosen. The hidden meaning of half-moon. Among the mysteries held within the human palm lies one of the most enigmatic signs of all, the crescent moon. You may not realize it, but your hands may be holding a secret, a gift so rare that it is said to touch only the chosen. Pause for a moment and look at your palms. Trace the heart line with your eyes, and then connect the lines from both hands by bringing them together. Do they form a seamless, continuous arc, resembling the gentle curve of a crescent moon? If so, you may already sense there is more to your destiny than what meets the eye. The crescent moon in your palms is not merely a coincidence or a trick. Across centuries and cultures, human beings have sought answers in the lines of their hands. Palmistry is an ancient art, practiced by mystics and sages, but few ever speak of the half-moons. Known as lunulae, these crescents are more than just physiological curiosities. They are whispers from the cosmos. They are markers of destiny. The half-moon is not merely a shape, it is a symbol. In ancient philosophies, the moon represents intuition, cycles, and hidden truths. The half-moon, resting so delicately on your hands, acts as a bridge between the material and spiritual realms. It's a beacon, signaling the universe's acknowledgement of a unique soul. But what does it mean to carry the mark of the crescent in today's world? In a society so focused on external achievements, the lunulae serve as a quiet reminder that some truths cannot be seen with the eyes, but must be felt with the soul. They speak to our deepest intuitions, the silent guidance that nudges us toward our destiny. Eastern philosophies often regard the hands as maps of energy. In Chinese medicine, the palms are considered gateways, linked to the meridians that channel life force throughout the body. The lunulae in particular are seen as vital indicators of one's spiritual and physical health. A bright, well-defined half-moon suggests clarity of purpose and alignment with the universe's flow. But if the crescent fades or disappears, it is said that the individual may be losing touch with their true path. In Vedic teachings, the half-moon is a sacred symbol tied to the god Shiva, whose crescent crown represents wisdom, transformation, and the ability to see beyond illusion. When you notice the half-moons on your palms, it's as though the divine is reminding you to embrace your higher calling, to shed the distractions of the mundane, and to focus on the eternal truths. You might be wondering, why me? Why would the universe choose me to bear this mark? The answer lies in your journey. Every chosen one walks a path that is often lonely and filled with trials and revelations. Consider this. In spiritual traditions, the crescent moon is a symbol of cycles, the waxing and waning of energy, the ebb and flow of life. The half-moon on your palm serves as a reminder that your life is part of a larger cosmic rhythm. Every joy, every sorrow, every moment of doubt is a step in the dance of existence. The lunulae whisper, "Stay steady. The universe has not forgotten you." Some say that those with pronounced half-moons are natural empaths, able to feel the unseen vibrations of the world. Have you ever walked into a room and sensed the energy shift without a single word being spoken? Have you ever felt an unexplainable pull to help a stranger or intervene in a moment of chaos? These are not mere coincidences. They are the manifestations of your connection to something greater. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus speaks of a narrow gate that few will find. This passage has often been interpreted as a metaphor for the spiritual path. a road that is not easy to walk, but one that leads to profound understanding and peace. The half-moons on your palms are like signposts, guiding you toward that narrow gate. They are not guarantees, but invitations, urging you to awaken to your purpose. The astrology of the moon. For centuries, the moon has been a silent witness to humanity's most profound moments. Its glowing presence has inspired countless myths, guided travelers, and been worshipped as a deity by ancient cultures. But its influence extends beyond the tides and the night sky. It seeps into the deepest parts of our existence, shaping our emotions, dreams, and even the destinies etched into our hands. Astrology, the sacred language of the cosmos, tells us that the moon governs the unseen realms of the soul. Unlike the sun, which rules over the external self, your identity, your drive, the moon speaks to your inner world. It is the keeper of intuition, the guardian of emotions, and the rhythm of life itself. Every phase of the moon, from its waxing crescents to its full brilliance and eventual fade into darkness, mirrors the cycle of human experience: growth, fulfillment, release, and renewal. Imagine the moon as a cosmic mirror reflecting your innermost truths. Its light shines not from within but from the sun, teaching us the delicate balance between external forces and internal strength. This celestial dance has fascinated astrologers for thousands of years. The moon, in its ethereal beauty, reminds us of the power of duality, light and shadow, seen and unseen. The ancients believed the moon was more than just an astronomical body. They saw it as a living entity. In Roman mythology, Luna, the goddess of the moon, was a powerful figure who drove her chariot across the night sky, illuminating the path for those lost in darkness. The Babylonians associated the moon with Sin, the god of wisdom, intuition, and secrets, who ruled over the ebb and flow of life's mysteries. In Hindu traditions, Chandra, the moon god, is said to influence the mind and emotions, holding sway over the tides of human consciousness. Astrologically, the moon's placement in your birth chart reveals the essence of your emotional world. It governs your instincts, your subconscious patterns, and how you respond to life's challenges. A moon in Cancer, for instance, represents deep nurturing and sensitivity, while a moon in Sagittarius embodies wanderlust and philosophical exploration. But beyond the moon's placement lies a more personal connection, a mark left upon you by this celestial body, one that many overlook. The moon's phases are more than visual spectacles. They are powerful influences on the energy of the world and the people in it. The waxing crescent symbolizes growth and potential, a call to action. The full moon radiates clarity and abundance, while the waning crescent invites release and introspection. Every phase carries a unique vibration, a lesson for the soul. When the moon is at its crescent stage, delicate, curved, and glowing faintly, it embodies a bridge between light and shadow. It is a moment of transition where the promise of light grows stronger, yet remains partially hidden. This crescent phase is one of becoming, of unfolding potential, and it is this energy that imprints itself upon the hands of those destined to hold a deeper connection to the universe. The moon rules over the water element, which governs emotions, intuition, and dreams. Just as the moon pulls the tides, it pulls at the waters within you, the unseen depths of your psyche. If you have ever felt restless under a full moon or deeply contemplative during a new moon, you have experienced this pull. It is the moon's way of reminding us that we are not separate from the cosmos. We are participants in its eternal rhythm. In the same way, the moon's energy manifests physically in unexpected ways, like the crescents beneath your nails. These half-moons on your hands are not random features. They are cosmic markers, subtle imprints of the moon's influence on your physical and spiritual being. While science may call them remnants of nail growth, spiritual traditions see them as symbols of balance, cycles, and hidden truths waiting to be uncovered. To understand the moon's influence fully, consider the way it interacts with other celestial bodies. The moon's gravitational pull creates not only the tides of Earth's oceans, but also the energetic tides within us. Its cycles synchronize with life's most fundamental rhythms, the growth of plants, the migration of animals, and the biological patterns of humans. Many believe that the moon holds sway over fertility and creativity, acting as a guide for those who live in harmony with its cycles. This connection is not limited to those who study the stars or follow spiritual paths. The moon's energy is universal, an unspoken truth that resonates with every living being. From the quiet pull you feel when gazing at a crescent moon to the subtle reassurance it offers in the darkest nights, the moon's presence is both grounding and otherworldly. As you watch this, you might begin to wonder about your own connection to the moon. Have you felt its influence in moments of clarity or emotional upheaval? Have you noticed how your energy shifts with its phases, how your dreams intensify when it is full, or how you feel the urge to begin anew as it waxes? These are not coincidences, they are the moon's whispers, urging you to listen, to align, to awaken. The moon's influence on the soul. The moon has always been a companion to humanity's quietest moments. It pulls at the tides, watches over the stillness of the night, and lingers in the hearts of those who seek meaning in the mysteries of life. But beyond its beauty, the moon holds a power that transcends the physical realm. Its cycles, phases, and celestial rhythm are woven into the fabric of our souls, shaping who we are in ways we often overlook. If the sun is the fiery force of creation, the moon is its counterpart, the reflective, nurturing energy that guides us inward. In astrology, the moon governs our emotional core, the hidden truths we carry, and the quiet voice of intuition that whispers when all else is silent. It influences how we process emotions, build connections, and find solace in the chaos of existence. The phases of the moon mirror the phases of our lives. A waxing moon gaining light symbolizes growth and ambition. It is the time to plant seeds of intention, to strive for what is yet to come. The full moon, radiant and powerful, reflects completion and abundance, illuminating the truths we often hide from ourselves. The waning moon, as it retreats into darkness, calls us to let go, to release what no longer serves us. Finally, the new moon, the moment of stillness and shadow, marks the beginning of a new cycle, a rebirth of energy and purpose. This rhythm is not distant or detached. It courses through your life, often unnoticed but deeply felt. Think about how you feel during a full moon. Do you find yourself energized, unable to sleep, or overwhelmed by emotion? This is not an accident. The moon's gravitational pull affects not only the oceans, but also the waters within us, stirring our deepest feelings and instincts. The moon's energy is not just external, it resides within you. This is why many ancient traditions viewed the moon as a symbol of the soul. In Greek mythology, Selene, the goddess of the moon, was said to ride her chariot across the sky, illuminating the hidden paths of the heart. In Native American beliefs, the moon was a grandmother, a wise guide who nurtured the earth and its people. These stories remind us that the moon's influence is deeply personal, an intimate force that shapes our inner worlds. Have you ever felt drawn to the moon as though it were speaking to you? This connection is not random. The moon's energy resonates with those who are sensitive to the unseen, those who walk through life with a sense that there is more than meets the eye. It is said that people with a strong lunar influence in their astrological chart, those born under Cancer, Pisces, or with significant lunar placements, are more attuned to their emotions, dreams, and spiritual truths. But even if the moon's presence in your chart is subtle, its power is still undeniable. It governs the cycles of time, the patterns of growth and decay, and the tides of emotion that flow through every living being. To ignore the moon is to ignore the rhythm of life itself. Astrologers often speak of the moon as the ruler of intuition. While the sun lights the way for the conscious mind, the moon illuminates the subconscious. It is the keeper of dreams, the guardian of instincts, and the voice that guides you when logic falters. When you feel a gut instinct or a sudden clarity about a decision, It is often the moon's influence at work, pushing you to trust what cannot be seen or proven. This intuitive pull is especially strong during certain phases. The crescent moon, delicate and understated, is one of the most potent symbols of potential and transformation. It represents the first step toward growth, the quiet promise of light, even in the midst of darkness. In astrology, the crescent moon phase is a time of awakening, a moment to act on your inner knowing and move toward your destiny. The crescent moon does not shine as brightly as the full moon, yet its energy is no less powerful. It whispers rather than shouts, urging you to pay attention to the subtle shifts in your life. This is why the crescent is so often linked to spirituality and intuition. It speaks to those who are willing to listen, to those who understand that true power lies not in force, but in awareness. The connection between the crescent moon and the palms is no coincidence. As the moon governs the tides of the earth, so too does it govern the tides within you. The half moons on your hands, those delicate crescents at the base of your fingernails, are imprints of this cosmic rhythm. They are physical manifestations of the moon's energy, etched into your body as a reminder of your connection to the universe. When you gaze at your palms and see the half moons, you are looking at more than just a part of your anatomy. You are seeing a reflection of the moon's influence on your soul. These crescents are markers of balance, intuition, and potential, reminding you that you are part of something greater than yourself. The crescent moon and the path to self-discovery. It's important to understand the deep spiritual significance of the crescent moon. The crescent moon is more than a mere phase in the lunar cycle. It represents a powerful, almost mystical force that influences the rhythms of the soul. In this part, we will delve into how the crescent moon marks the beginning of transformation and spiritual awakening. This is not just about astrology or celestial mechanics, it's about understanding the sacred journey that the crescent moon leads you on. The crescent moon is a symbol of new beginnings, potential, and the unfolding path ahead. When we encounter the crescent moon, we see a sliver of light emerging from the darkness, like the first hints of a new dawn. In life, these moments of transition are where the greatest growth occurs. Just as the moon begins its cycle with the crescent phase, so too does personal transformation begin with small, seemingly insignificant steps that eventually lead to profound changes. This phase of the moon encourages introspection and connection to the divine inner self. It is said that those with the crescent moon imprinted on their palms are destined to embark on a journey of deep spiritual exploration. The crescent, with its gentle curve, serves as a reminder that the path to enlightenment is not always a straight line. It's winding, full of mystery, and sometimes hidden beneath the shadows. The crescent moon asks us to trust that even in the quietest moments when things seem uncertain or unclear, growth is still taking place beneath the surface. The crescent moon governs the initial stages of personal development. In this early phase, things are not yet fully formed, but the potential is palpable. It is in this space that many of us find ourselves at the beginning of significant shifts, whether that's a new venture, a spiritual awakening, or the stirring of creativity. The crescent moon embodies the energies of newness, the initial burst of potential that propels us forward. But there's something more profound about the crescent moon, something that transcends its outward appearance. The moon is a mirror to the soul, and the crescent moon reveals a hidden part of you, a secret desire or potential that may have been dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. This phase, both tender and bold, encourages you to tap into your instincts, to listen to the whispers of your heart, and to trust that you are on the path you are meant to follow. The crescent moon was considered a sign of divine favor. It was often associated with the goddess, symbols of fertility, wisdom, and the sacred feminine. Whether it was Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, or Selene, the goddess of the moon, the crescent moon was seen as an emblem of power and potential that lies just beneath the surface. Women in particular were often believed to hold a special connection to this phase of the moon, as it represented their ability to create, nurture and transform. But this connection to the crescent moon is not reserved for any one gender or group. The crescent moon is a universal symbol of the hidden self, the part of you that has yet to be discovered, and the mysteries of the soul that you are meant to explore. For those with the crescent moon marking on their palms, this symbol is a direct connection to the forces that shape their inner journey. It is an invitation to look beyond the physical world and delve into the unseen, where true power resides. When you look at the half moons on your palms, think of them as portals to a deeper understanding of your soul. These markings are not just decorative features, they are messages from the universe, whispering the secrets of your path. The crescent moon on your palms is a sign that you are attuned to something greater, that you are being called to awaken to your full potential and walk the path of self-discovery. But what exactly does this path entail? The crescent moon encourages you to begin with trust. Trust in the unknown, in the process of becoming. As the moon waxes, so does your journey. Just as the light of the moon slowly grows and reveals more of itself with each passing day, so too will you gradually uncover the truths that lie hidden within you. The crescent is a promise that even in the darkest times, there is always the potential for growth, light, and transformation. It's important to recognize that the crescent moon, in all its quiet elegance, represents not just hope, but also patience. Like the moon's steady rise, the path to self-realization takes time. It's a journey of small steps, of quiet moments of reflection, of inner work that leads to outer change. The crescent moon teaches you that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust the process, even when the full picture is not yet clear. One of the most powerful aspects of the crescent moon's influence is its ability to reveal your deeper wisdom. The crescent moon is a mirror, reflecting the wisdom that already exists within you. Those with crescent moons on their palms are often naturally intuitive, attuned to the cycles of life, and able to sense when things are in alignment or when they are not. The crescent moon speaks to those who are willing to trust their inner voice, follow their instincts, and seek truth even when it's not immediately visible. In spiritual practices, the crescent moon is often seen as a time for setting intentions. Just as the moon begins its journey with a small sliver, so too can you begin your own journey with small, deliberate actions. Whether it's meditating on a desire, making a commitment to change, or simply taking the first step toward a new goal, the crescent moon encourages you to act with faith and courage. There is a beauty in beginning with small steps. Just as the crescent moon holds the promise of what is to come, so too do your actions, no matter how small, hold the potential for greatness. The crescent is a symbol of the future, a reminder that what begins in darkness and quiet growth can bloom into something brilliant and radiant. The half moons on your palms are your personal guideposts, marking the times when your soul is ready to shift, grow, and become. Now that you understand the essence of the crescent moon, it's time to reflect on what it means for you personally. The crescent moon on your palm is not simply a decoration, it is a powerful marker of your spiritual path. It signals that you are part of a greater cosmic design, that the forces of the universe are aligned with your personal growth, and that the journey ahead is one of transformation. The crescent moon's call to mastery and transformation. It is the divine signal of a journey toward mastery, a transformation that transcends the self and reaches into the cosmic realms of the unknown. This crescent mark on your hands is not just an ornament or a curiosity. It is a spiritual calling, a reminder that you are meant to evolve in ways others may never understand. The crescent moon symbolizes the idea of becoming. It's the embodiment of something in progress, something in the process of being revealed. Those who carry the crescent moon on their palms are on a lifelong pilgrimage towards inner mastery. The moon's journey through the sky is never stagnant. It always moves, grows, and shifts. Similarly, the crescent moon signifies a life that is always unfolding, always expanding, and always transforming. There is no final destination, only growth, expansion, and the perpetual cycle of renewal. To walk the path of the crescent moon is to learn how to navigate transformation with grace. You are not meant to remain in one place, clinging to what is known or comfortable. Instead, the crescent invites you to embrace change, step into the unknown with courage, and accept that with every step forward, there will be challenges and rewards. The crescent moon teaches you that nothing stays the same, and that the only way to truly master life is to continuously adapt and evolve. This transformation is linked to the concept of the waxing moon, the phase after the crescent moon, when the moon begins to grow toward fullness. This phase represents expansion, the building of something greater than yourself. The crescent moon, as it appears on your palm, suggests that you are in the early stages of this cycle. It whispers that you are preparing for something significant, a change that will require you to shed old habits, perspectives, and limitations. It is a quiet, subtle reminder that you are destined for greatness, but only if you allow yourself to change, grow, and learn from each new experience. The crescent moon is viewed as a symbol of the spiritual journey, an ongoing movement from darkness into light. It mirrors the journey of enlightenment, which is not a singular event, but a process. Just as the moon begins as a thin sliver, it eventually grows to fullness, symbolizing the potential of the soul to reach its highest state. The crescent moon on your palms acts as a constant guide, showing you that your life is not meant to be static, but rather one of continuous spiritual evolution. But what does mastery truly mean in this context? Mastery, as the crescent moon teaches, is not about perfection. It's not about arriving at an endpoint where you are completely finished or flawless. Mastery is about embracing the flow of life, accepting both the light and the dark, the highs and the lows. The crescent moon's presence on your palms calls you to master the art of balance. It's about recognizing when to push forward, when to hold back, and when to allow yourself to rest and recharge. The crescent moon asks you to pay attention to the cycles within you. Just as the moon has its phases, so too do your experiences. There will be times when you feel like you are in the dark, with no clear direction. During these times, remember that the crescent moon is a symbol of hope and trust. It's a reminder that light is always on the horizon, even if it seems distant or obscured. The crescent moon teaches you to trust the process and to understand that every challenge is part of your greater transformation. The path is never linear, but it is always leading somewhere. This spiritual mastery is not only about individual transformation, it is also about connection. The crescent moon is the bridge between the dark unknown and the light of understanding. It connects you to the cosmos, to the rhythms of the universe, and to the wisdom that lies within you. When you carry the crescent moon on your palms, you carry the ancient knowledge of the universe's cycles within you. You are linked to an eternal dance of growth, a dance that never stops and continues to guide you, even when you cannot see the full picture. The crescent moon is often associated with intuition, wisdom, and a connection to feminine energy in various spiritual traditions. It speaks to those who are in tune with their inner world, who trust their instincts, and who understand the subtle forces at play in the universe. It is a symbol of deep inner knowing, of the ability to sense what is coming before it arrives, and of the courage to act on that knowledge. For those with the crescent moon on their palms, this intuitive power is heightened. You are not only attuned to the world around you, but also to the unseen forces that guide and shape your destiny. The crescent moon is also deeply connected to the idea of manifestation. As the moon waxes, it grows in light, symbolizing the growth of your desires and intentions. The crescent on your palm reminds you that every action, thought, and desire you have contributes to the shaping of your future. This is a powerful message. You are the creator of your own destiny. The crescent moon invites you to consciously manifest the life you want. to shape your reality with intention, and to trust that you are capable of bringing your dreams to fruition. However, as you embark on this journey, you must be willing to let go of the things that no longer serve you. The crescent moon, despite its growth, also reminds us that there are times when we must release and surrender. Just as the moon's phases require it to fade back into darkness before it can fully shine again, so too must you surrender parts of your old self to make way for new growth. This is not about loss. It is about making space for the new, for the future, for what is to come. It is a paradox of life. The more you let go, the more you make room for abundance and transformation. For those with the crescent moon on their palms, this transformation is not only personal but collective. You are part of something greater, a universal dance of growth and change. The crescent moon speaks to the interconnectedness of all things, reminding you that your growth is intertwined with the growth of others. As you evolve, so too do those around you. Your transformation will ripple out, touching the lives of others in ways you may not yet understand. The crescent moon's message is clear. You are a master in the making. The crescent moon on your palm is a reminder that you are part of a grand cosmic design, one that requires patience, trust, and an open heart. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.